Welcome to room 22 here at Wickham Elementary. This is the art room, and my name is Delaney Gale. I also teach art over at Alexander Elementary here in the Iowa City Community School District, but this video is for all of my awesome subs who might come through the room. So when you come to Wickham and find your way to room 22, that's where you'll be for the day. As we enter the room, you might notice we're entering from the back. So as students come in, kindergarten through third grade comes directly to the front to sit on the carpet, and fourth through sixth grade should be going straight to their table spots. When you come in the room, you'll notice we've got a recycle bin and trash can right as we enter. Along this back wall here are while you are gone bins. You will not need these today as your lesson will be a one-day plan, but if kids are curious, they might check. We have a back centers, a library, my storage room, which is off limits to students. We do have a nice window for some natural light, but if you notice that the playground outside of our window becomes a distraction, feel free to close the blinds. I'm going to wrap around back by the front door where you will find our sinks. I apologize for how messy my room is at the moment. It is not normally this bad, I promise. But we have 4 sinks for students to use within the room, a drying rack if necessary, and up front here is where we keep our communal supplies, and I'll go over that in just a moment. What you will need first thing when you come up into my room is to go to the desk. I generally keep my sub tub right here on these carpet squares, but for today I've already pulled them out to show you my bin. So what you would find is a closed sub tub with a sub binder on top. If I have already prepared lessons, they will be within the sub binder, but 9 times out of 10 for my subs, we will be utilizing the sub tub that I have created. So when you come into this space, you'll want to first read the Read First tab. Within this, you will find my helpful hints to know some of our expectations, some of my call and answers, as well as some of our management. Next is my class list, my schedule for the week. So you will be able to look at the day that you are here and find all the classes that you are having today. And last but certainly not least, I have all of the class lists for every class that you have. Once you've read through these, you will be able to choose lessons that you need for the specific grades you have today. Inside of my lesson info tab, there's a layout of all the lessons that should be in each folder. And within those folders, there should be print-offs of enough for each student. So if it's a paper that you're passing out and they're coloring on or completing the activity or lesson on, I would expect that those go home with the kiddos today. But there are also other print-off sheets, for example with 4th grade, where rather than them draw on these and take them home, these are a handout that shows them the steps. So we could pass these out to each student and then collect them at the end. There will be paper located by our pencils, but if you need extra paper, I always keep a ream in the very back of the sub tub. So hopefully this is an easy navigation. It's worked pretty successfully for my year so far. But all the information you need is in the front, and all the lessons are located within the bin. Once you've given the preliminary lesson and the layout for the day, students will find pencil sharpeners, pencils and erasers all the way to the right of the counter where the sinks are. If they finish early, they can use free draw paper within this orange bin. And during free draw, students are allowed to use any of the supplies on our supply table. This table is located to the left of the smartboard. Please be very specific in what materials you want the students to use for the lesson, but do know that they are pretty used to being very responsible with these materials and getting them back to where they need to be. If someone chooses not to do free draw, they might be doing centers. And we have our front centers group here. These have blocks and animals and some dress-up play activities. These must be done up here on our beautiful art rug. If that center doesn't interest our students, we do have the centers in the back that we saw at the beginning of the video. The difference between these centers and the ones in the front is that rather than being on the carpet, students must be at table spots. When we get to the end of class, my kiddos are very used to a 3-minute cleanup, and they know where everything belongs in our space. Again, I hope it's not as messy and cluttered in here as it is after this Valentine's week we're having, but I welcome you to the Wickham space, to the Wickham art room. And if you have a really good day today, please leave me some notes for kiddos who went above and beyond, as well as your information so I can contact you to come back and sub again. Thank you for taking the time to watch this, and I hope it helps your day move a little more smoothly. Thanks again. Delaney Gale.